Hello everyone. So in this video I want to talk about denial, and this time I'm gonna straight on say it from the beginning. I'm gonna read from my notes because they're long and they're really good, but they're written as shit like usual, and I will make a video at some point to explain why my notes are so crap, and so I'm there like clearly looking at over trying to understand what the fuck is going on down there. And yeah, so the topic today is denial and why it is so painful to get out of denial, and why then there is so much resistance within the denial process, because obviously our mind thinks that something horrible is happening to us and we're doomed. So it can be unbelievably scary to get out of denial and realize that the county voice telling us we are pieces of shit, it's not him or her, but it's inside of our head. And it looks almighty, more powerful than us, and it's inside us. How disgusting, intrusive, and violating. Like many things in the healing process, which are counterintuitive, when you reach the point of awareness of that voice, so that it is not automatic, it's not like in your subconscious, it's not behind your head anymore. You're aware of it, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can see it. It is not anymore automatic, subconscious, self-identifying. You're actually getting empowered towards it. And this is crucial. And stepping up to not be controlled by it anymore. You are healing through awareness. So I guess this video is not so much about how painful and awful it is to get out of denial. It is about shedding some light as to what really is happening. And again, as oftentimes happens during the healing process, it is counterintuitive, and our reactions are like backwards. Like we fight what helps us and we cling on to what was hurting us, which is totally understandable and totally normal, because what was hurting us is familiar. We identify with it, it's safe. What we are getting into, we don't know what the fuck that is, and also it is challenging a fundamental core belief that has been at the base of how we stood in the world for a long time, depending how long trauma has been there. But obviously a lot of the stuff I talk about is like stuff that comes from our conditioning when we were children, so it's been there since forever. So it feels like devastating. Also the emotions that come up are awful. But here there is also like an extra layer, which is the intrusiveness, the violating aspect of it. It feels awful because it's inside. It feels like before, when you got triggered and when you weren't aware of it, it was always his fault, her fault, his fault, their fault, the word, the whatever. It was always like an external, challenge, or some vague sense of what can I do to feel more confident, what can I do to feel better about myself, and blah blah. I don't know what other people think in their mind to explain these things. At some point you realize that there is actually a presence, a figure, a voice inside you. It's right there, it's inside you. It feels extremely intrusive, it feels extremely violating, and the feeling is of extreme disempowerment. The fuck can I do? I can't fight an enemy that is inside. So, spoiler, you don't have to fight it. And second of all, what is actually happening is that you are getting empowered against it, because you are disidentifying with it. You are moving, you're stepping up, and you're like moving away from identifying with that voice. Before, that voice was you, was inside you, was in your subconscious, was almost like a program. And now you're actually disentangling yourself, and you're stopping to identify yourself with it. And that means that now you can develop your own sense of self independently of that thing. You are getting empowered, and this is a crucial step in the healing journey that can and is oftentimes extremely scary. Extremely scary, yes. There was something else I wanted to say about this thing. It popped into my mind like temporarily. What do you want to like self-identify? Oh yes, but that's gonna be like the subject of a different video, because I'm gonna pick up on the key responses as identified by Pete Walker: fight, flight, freeze, flown. And as I mentioned, spoiler alert, you don't need to fight it. because what you resist, it persists. And I can give you another bunch of like grammar wisdom here, but I will make another video to explain why that doesn't work, and why that is like a super strong tendency that a lot of us have. For now, I'll thank you for your attention and wish you a great day or evening, and I'll catch you later. Ciao.